This week's episode of the Paid Perceptions podcast. I'm Sam Cohen,
And
the
I'm
founder of
Dave.
Paid
Sorry,
Perceptions.
sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
You want to do that again?
No, it's good. I'm the founder of Paid Perceptions.
And I'm David Dasilma. I'm director at Paid Perceptions.
So, it's a weekly show. We're going to go over some news for paid media and see just generally what's new.
Wait, before we start, I wanted to say it was really good to see you last week. Me and my daughter, for you guys that don't know, went to see Sam in person, and we all had a good lunch together. So it was good to see you in person. It's been a few years.
Yeah, it was nice. This Mexican place is pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
We should have taken a picture though.
Fair. Yeah, didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we forgot.
Oh well. If
But
there's no picture, it didn't happen.
right. So our headline topic this week is it's about ChatGPT adding conversion bidding, but they've also added quite a few other things. So in addition to conversion-based bidding, they added geo exclusions and a bulk campaign tool. So you can now create an Excel file, for example, and then use that to upload campaigns, add sets and ads.
Oh, like an editor?
Yeah, well, it's not like a fully like an editor. It really is just like if it was based off of like Excel. It's just Excel is basically what it is.
Right, but stronger than LinkedIn's upload, right?
Probably about equivalent to LinkedIn's.
Okay.
Is like still not super great. It's good that they have it, but it's not like super like feature complete thing.
What conversion?
But yeah,
just what conversion actions though? Are they? You say that they're tracking conversion actions. I'm just a little confused by that. Like, are we talking like button clicks? Are we talking we can actually set it up properly to where if a form actually submits, we have that embedded form code in, etc. Like using GTM, we can actually track actual final conversion actions like all the way through.
yeah. I mean, it's like just a standard pixel.
Okay.
So you can kind of do everything that you can with like Google and Meta, for example.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Will work for this. And I did the setup for it. It was pretty easy. It wasn't like complicated at all. So yeah, it's not too difficult.
Nice.
But yeah, so the new conversion optimized campaigns are called OCPC. They're still CPC based. So no like CPM bidding or anything like that. And you still do there's no like targets or anything at the moment. It really is just you just set whatever CPC you generally want, and then it'll try to optimize towards conversions. Instead, one of the other things that they've done
I'm
is
sorry to interrupt. Did you say OCPC?
yeah, OCPC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like optimized CPC, is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then their daily budgets are so the way the daily budgets used to work is that if you set it at $20, it would spend $20 for that day.
Mhm.
And it wasn't looking on a rolling basis.
Right.
So like platforms like Google and Meta operate on a rolling basis where they will basically average your daily budget over like a 7-day period or a 2-week period or a 30-day period,
Yeah.
depending on the platform. So it could spend, for example, like Google can spend double your budget in one day,
Yeah.
as long as it averages out. And it'll do that particularly when you have a relatively low budget. It tends to kind of want to optimize that. But beforehand, they were just operating on a daily. Now it's a rolling weekly average. So it can go higher or lower,
Okay.
as long as it averages over the week. Probably makes sense. They have automatic day pacing now, which spreads budget out through the day.
Mm.
So they were running it the way they had it previously was that it would tend to just spend the budget as quickly as possible, and then you wouldn't serve as much later in the day if you didn't have enough budget.
Right.
Now it tries to spread it out.
Can you
Which
can you can you selectively do day parting like yourself?
no, you
Okay.
can't. It's automatic, and so it's maybe they'll add it in the future, but currently, no, you can't do it. they added geographic exclusions. So beforehand, you could choose, where you wanted to target. Say, like you wanted to target Florida as a state, but you couldn't exclude, like, let's say a certain portion of the state.
Right.
You could only just have the regular targeting. So you have the exclusions now, which is a plus. Um, they have Now they've integrated some mobile app like analytics integrations. So you have Apps Flyer and Adjust, so you can now measure app installs and in-app actions, whereas you kind of couldn't before. So just like more comprehensive for people who want to run effectively like app campaigns. You can
Hmm.
now actually track them properly.
Right.
Um, they added automatic advanced matching using hashed customer data. So this is like Google enhanced conversions, uh, where you can send, in this case, OpenAI, like your customer's name, email, phone number, for example,
Hmm.
and it will be the tracking will be more accurate because it can better match it to the particular person who
Right.
clicked the ad. So you know all the other platforms have this. Now ChatGPT ads has it. Um, they also, and there's one more thing which I can show you this, but they have added. They've updated how product. So like last 2 weeks ago, we discussed kind of how they updated the standard
Hmm.
like ads to look. This week they're working on updating the product feeds and the with pricing and star ratings. So you get basically the part that is new here is like this pricing and the star rating
Right.
for ads that are running catalogs. So they have this now, which is it's good. It's just an expansion on uh, what they
Got
had before.
two things. I see that you're still using Arial text, but second, they're moving through the progressions pretty quickly. Wouldn't you say, like, as far as ad platforms, ad platforms getting new betas and moving, that this is really rapid for when I mean, I think it was April that they were starting the betas, maybe May. And what, we're not even 6 months out, and we're already moving on to some of these more advanced things that it took the other platforms years of data. So maybe they're just not waiting for that, and they're just going, moving right through the progressions really quickly, it seems like.
Yeah, it's very quick. I think they're looking at the other ad platforms and what they have and what they've seen success with,
Hmm.
and just kind of like copying the features that people think are the most important, which I think is a good way of viewing it.
Yeah.
So they're like the bulk uploads and making it like easier to use the system as well.
Hmm.
Um and just making it, I mean, I don't know if it's they're not focusing on like user friendly aspects at the moment for the most
Hmm.
part. It's mostly just like features that other platforms have that seem quite obvious that they can implement to make the platform more effective. Um I expect though that it'll slow down. I think like relatively soon, and at least slow down in with these types of features. I mean, this is a huge feature jump.
I mean, that's crazy.
Like
Like,
like for a
conversion
week, yeah.
tracking, geo exclusions, list upload all at once. Like, you might want to see if something's going to break first, but like, hey, if it can handle it, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just going for it. And like, we also like 2 weeks ago we looked at the article that said, oh, like ChatGPT is gonna miss their 300 billion revenue target in five
Yeah.
years. And
Right.
it's like, oh, they're like in trouble. And I'm like, I don't, we just like I don't think that they are.
No.
Um
No.
like
And I think they're behaving in panic mode as if they are in trouble, which is going to get them right out of trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the more like, adding like the app tracking, for
Hmm.
example, that's like a whole nother set of types of campaigns you can now run on
Hmm.
ChatGPT that you basically couldn't before because you didn't have the app tracking.
Exactly.
And that's just like one piece of, and like optimizing for conversions. Like there were a ton of people who were super hesitant to be willing to invest in ChatGPT because you couldn't optimize for conversions.
Right.
So they've added it. I mean, does it work? Who knows, right? Anyone who claims to know like that it totally works is, uh, you know, just making it up because they've had it for a week. So,
Yeah,
but
this week I've gotten a million. I kind of knew this topic might come up because I've gotten a million emails from different advertisers this week saying the capabilities that they have with ChatGPT now, and I'm like, wait, what? Because I didn't really read into it. Just look at the email, like the whatever the subject line, and then like the first couple lines, and I swear, like every advertiser, I don't know why they're trying to get me to advertise, but every advertiser is like, oh, look what we have now, like as if they're like exclusive. It's not ChatGPT.
yeah, like, oh, like we're yeah, I've been getting those ads too. Like people telling, like, oh, sell ChatGPT ads to your clients, and you take the stuff on top. But it's like,
Yeah.
um, okay, but like, if no one knows how to run them, like, why don't why don't you just like take all of the money, uh, or do what we're doing and offering to run them for free for 6 months with a bundle service?
Yeah, exactly.
It just like makes sense. It makes
Mhm.
sense to become an expert in the field before saying like, "Yeah, we're the ChatGPT experts. We've been working on it for 2 weeks,"
Yeah, exactly.
like everyone else. It's not it's not like a big massive deal at the moment.
Right, it's just funny.
Um,
I was at the audio shop and I heard a guy talking to the owner literally about that. He was pitching him, which is funny because I was pitching the owner as well for a different reason. But I was sitting in the waiting room and I overheard him talking about, hey, yeah, so we're running these like ChatGPT ads now. I was like, listen, I was like, what? This just came out. It's just funny.
it's a
Anyway,
it's a new thing, and people
yeah,
are like jumping on the bandwagon. But I do think it is going to become a pretty significant ad channel in the future. So it
yeah,
does make sense to focus on it to a degree.
for sure.
Um, but like also on the topic of ChatGPT, and this is today that this news came out, is that they are, and this is something that we talked about directly, is that they are currently building chatbot native ads with
Mm.
with specific AI agents.
Hmm.
So basically, instead of what ChatGPT launched, what OpenAI launched initially is what is effectively a very traditional type of ad. It's just an image
Mhm.
and some text.
Yeah.
It's not really fancy, not super interesting. But these are in limited beta. These aren't available to everyone. What they do is, and they're just click based at the moment, but very similar to how they started off with clicks for the standard images. I
Mhm.
expect them to have conversions for this in the future. But anyway, these have three components. The first part is it, and both of these sources were from Search Engine Land, by the way. The whole show is from Search Engine Land in this case. But what these do is they first thing they do is crawl your website or
Mhm.
crawl your landing page, very similar to like Google and Meta both do this now.
Right.
And they use it to make like ad copy recommendations.
Mhm.
But basically, ChatGPT, you say, okay, you give it a landing page, it crawls that landing page. It creates a business profile from what it crawled. Um, and then basically, you can augment that business profile with product feeds. You can use MCPs. You know what MCP is?
Don't remember that.
It's like an AI connector.
Oh, okay. No, I
So,
never heard
so
of
it,
them.
it yeah, so it's like what you can use to connect your AIs together, or connect your AIs to Google, connect your AIs to,
Oh,
but
okay, yeah.
yeah, it's like basically a way of connecting and importing data
Got it.
is what it is.
Got it. I
Um,
thought for some reason I thought Codex was the way to do that, but either way.
the MCP might just be a generic, like a more generic way of
Gotcha.
highlighting that. Um, you can also put in live business data and information from lead gen forms is kind of what goes into this. And it makes your custom chat GPT. And it is a custom GPT, is what it is. Based off of the information that you have on your landing page and any information that you provide for it.
So hold on. What's the final output of this thing? Like meaning so no, you said landing page, so just landing pages. So not we're not talking about your homepage or anything, where it's just crawling the actual landing pages that your ads are going to, but it's creating all this other stuff as well. So in the final output, what are we getting and what's the consumer getting? Like if I'm a client, what do I get out of this? If I'm selling bread, like what do I get out of this agent?
So it would look. Let me show you a quick what it like what the setup looks like at least, and it's very simple. This is what the setup is. So you just like get an agent campaign, and then
Mhm,
you basically get the option to configure the business agent, and then
mhm.
in there you can do all of these kind of activities. Um, but basically, how this will show up is instead of like an image showing up, you'll type in. Okay, let's go with the bakery example. You type
Mhm,
in like what kind of bread is the best for heart health,
mhm.
and let's say you have this. Let's say for some reason you have a page that is dedicated to like healthy bread. Okay,
Right.
so you have like healthy bread bot will will show up in the chat GPT like, hey, would you like to discuss
Oh.
uh
Oh, in the
healthy,
mhm.
yeah, would you like to discuss healthy options with healthy bread bot?
Right.
And ideally healthy bread bot eventually directs you to like fill out a form.
That's weird. So they're
Yeah.
actually taking 2 ideas that I had into merging into one because I figured LLMs are getting so obsolete because of all the specialized, type of AI, but what they've done is they're flash creating a specialized AI that then makes the LLM relevant and then, eventually leads you to a form almost instead of going to the whole, web page or the landing page and having like, whatever all the different, chatbots that, used to ChatGPT's taking over and having the one chatbot to rule them all. And just like you talk to that bot and then that's how you end up with your form. The same way when I had plumbing clients, they would talk to this broccoli chatbot that would end up booking like I tried it myself. It would book an actual by the end of it, you would have booked your actual, service and everything confirmed. And so it sounds like that's what's happening up to the point of conversion, for, the OpenAI stuff.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like 3/4 of the way there
Mhm,
currently. It's like
mhm.
really new. I'm not really sure. There's not a whole lot of details about it. It is a limited beta, but I'm
Right.
almost certain this is the way that advertising in AI platforms is going to go moving forward.
Yeah, it has to.
Because like I think the image ads and everything will have a place. Kind of
Mhm.
like there are image ads everywhere and they're there because they work.
Right.
But as far as like actually creating a like if you want to use a word for it, like an AI native type
Yeah.
of advertisement, I think these types of ads are going to be the big thing.
So do I, because I also think that that's how people interact with AI, and you're used to that interaction, which actually brings something else up that I saw yesterday morning or this morning. That exactly like I had said, I had the data, but I didn't want to pull it up on while we were on the podcast, but they had the data, and so LinkedIn conversation ads are dead now, and like they're just dead, like they don't work anymore. And the message ads and direct email, whatever sponsored, all that stuff beats it. And then the reason is because compared to like the chat GPTs and everything, it's so slow because you have to program your own. Remember, we talked about this a couple weeks ago where we'd have to program our own, um, you know, prompts and then it'll spit them out. That's not going to be the case. And LinkedIn, I'm pretty sure they're going to turf it at some point because it's just not working anymore. But maybe it goes in cycles. But for now, it's official that conversation ads are dead. Message ads are back because people just want to read one thing and not. And if they want to go back and forth, they want it to be with an AI agent that's like fast. So
Yeah, I imagine they're going to. I think they're going to have to evolve the format.
mhm.
Like with the conversation ads, instead of making it like a set tree like it
Yeah,
currently is, they probably will go more this direction
yeah,
of this where you put in your data for a custom
right,
agent to
mhm,
get what you want,
right.
and then LinkedIn just handles that through their own messaging
Yeah, you
platform.
talk to Linky, our AI agent, Linky.
Clicky, Clippy's back with a vengeance.
Pay me for that, LinkedIn, if you use it. Linky.
This man needs royalties.
Does he? Anyway,
His Hollywood royalties aren't enough.
quiet about that, Sam. He just
No.
I get paid for some random small TV shows that I did back in the day and some commercials.
So off of the chop, well, everything's AI now.
Yeah.
But another big thing is that local service ads, which are currently their own separate thing
Yeah.
within Google Ads. Well, they're not really. They weren't part of Google Ads. Are now moving into the standard Google Ads interface
Oh.
uh, with a new campaign type called Performance Max. I think it's called Pay Per Lead. Yes, it is. Performance
Yeah.
Max Pay Per Lead. This is from Search Engine Land.
Okay.
So basically, starting in August, starting tomorrow,
Hmm.
certain accounts will be have the option of transitioning their current data and campaigns from their local services uh, dashboard into Google Ads directly with a new like bespoke campaign type for it. Um, they aren't. They are effectively not changing how local service ads work at all,
Hmm.
except for where they are located. So they're located just in the Google Ads interface now, and they won't. They put the rollout starting tomorrow
Hmm.
from it says through 2027 for the
Right.
final rollout. So they're doing it relatively slowly.
I'm curious to understand. I don't know. Something's weird about this. Like, what? I mean, maybe it's just for ease of use, but I except for, I mean, I like that they were very separate. Um, because I could see all my data and statistics in the Google Local Services page, and then the only thing you would have to do, which kind of was annoying, so maybe this will help with that, is if you spent a total of, I don't know, $7,500, and then $6,200 of that was local services, you would see the total of 7,500 in the Google Ads interface, or and the clicks and whatnot, and you'd have to do subtraction. You'd have to look at the local services numbers to subtract the difference to see which how much was from your regular campaigns and how much were from your local services campaigns. So that step would be alleviated now. But that's the only positive I can see out of moving that. I wonder what other reasons they have.
I mean, if you want to look at it like, is there, when you have things that are separate,
Hmm.
right? You have to ask the question: do they have a super valid reason to still be separated?
Mm,
And does do locals are local service ads so different and like outside the realm of Google Ads that they need to be separate? I don't think that they do.
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Um, it it I d- considering they are. I don't know. I just like the idea of having everything, like all of your data, your Google data, in one place
Right. That makes sense.
because you can already connect your Google My Business profile in regular Google Ads. You can run store visits and all of those things.
Hmm.
So why should that data be separate from your local service ads? As long as and they are keeping, well, as of right now, they are keeping the same functionality.
Hmm. Okay.
Will they potentially remove functionality in the future? Maybe. Will they add new features? Possibly. I mean, it could be even something as simple as like they have a whole separate team for local service ads, and they're like, why are they running things and optimizing their platform separately to the
Right.
the broader Google Ads team? I just think it makes a lot of sense. They already have YouTube, they already have display, they already have search. All of these things are in the same place. So why
Right.
not have everything there?
That's true. Local services is also pretty easy to manage once you set up everything up initially and kind of like optimized, everything they ask for, including pictures and everything you can, and hours and services. It's kind of set and forget after that because Google is just picking the top three, Google verified, and then it's up to the consumer to decide which one, and you don't get charged until they, essentially go for it. There is a workaround though, just real. Google might have caught this on by now, but for you guys, here's a bonus tip. If you use an automated, like an AI voice agent, uh, Google for now doesn't know or will not charge unless a human being is answers the phone. This is a temporary thing. It's going to change at some point, but basically, you can get free leads on local services, and I can speak from experience. You can get unlimited free leads from local services if the AI agent, if after a while Google realizes, oh, this is AI, then the person still books. Google refunds the lead. For now, I'm sure it's either changed already by now or it will change, but just a tidbit, use a phone agent if you'll offset the cost by the free leads you're getting on local services. But anyway, it might be already killed by now. So yeah.
And be careful with that, because like that seems like something where they'd be like, "Oh, we changed the policy. If you're still doing it, we're gonna ban you," and then like your account's gone forever.
Right. I got
But
away with it for 7 months.
wow, yeah, it's a long time. I mean, like, I haven't run honestly, I have not run the local service ads ever.
Oh wow. Yeah, for some reason I've had four different, maybe five. Just somehow. Well, I think what happened was at the California agency, it was like every time there was local service. Since I had started off, my very first client ever was local services. So every time a local, and nobody else was running them. So whenever local services would come up, they're like, "Oh, hey, David," and then so like I always got the local services portion of clients, or the whole account. So I got, I kind of became the local services like sort of guru, and sometimes I felt bad for running local services and charging for it, because in the beginning, like the setup, sure, was like, sometimes painstaking, even because you have to also get insurance forms. You have to make sure all those are in play, and you have to bug clients for stuff like that, like their insurance forms. There's certain, I mean, we had a huge employee list of, and every employee had to do like a background check essentially. So like there's a lot of stuff initially for setup that can be pretty painstaking. The background check stuff was pretty intense, but then once it's all set up, it actually becomes so easy to manage that you almost start forgetting how hard it was to set up, and it's just so simple. But then again, a regular person would have a really tough time, even when there's a little glitch or issue, managing it. So I guess I didn't feel that bad, but it's a really easy system, once you've set up all the initial, uh, whatever processes for, or sorry, setup for local services.
Yeah, and I guess like uh, agencies might. So if you charge by channel like
Hmm.
we do, and a lot of agencies will charge by channel like up to a certain point.
Right.
Um, is like a lot of people counted local service ads as a separate channel.
Yeah.
Uh, Chances are that you like if it's within Google Ads, you probably shouldn't do that anymore.
Right. Well,
Um,
it's going to merge now anyway, so you're not.
yeah,
It's not
it's
advertised.
it's
Yeah.
gonna merge, and really, I guess what you would I just charge for the setup.
Right. Yeah. The setup, I would
Like,
definitely charge for.
yeah, like I
Yeah.
just charge like an extra setup fee, and
Yeah.
then run it alongside the Google Ads, and
Yep.
just consider that like part of the. I
Totally.
mean, you'd want a separate dashboard and everything for it, but otherwise,
Mhm.
not too different. But yeah, uh, next topic is so Google. Google's trying to integrate, and I'll just share this so you can see what I'm talking about. So Google, and this is from Search Engine Land as well. So Google is testing AI generated descriptions in shopping ads.
Mm.
So as you can see that, this is just like some standard shopping ads, and now under this, so now Google did have stuff under this previously.
Yeah.
Uh, it was already picking out aspects of if you have like a good catalog, you have like product features like color and all of this kind of stuff. That was
Mhm.
already often included, like as a dynamic element.
Right.
But instead of having just that, now basically you have You have this AI that's looking at not only all of the information that you provide on the catalog, but is also searching through the reviews for that
Mm,
product, and then
okay.
is giving you like a little tidbit here of
Mhm.
information about the product.
That's really important, the reviews part, for sure. I think that's, like, sometimes, a really overlooked, whenever buying something, but, like, having just an amalgamated, list of reviews, and you can even being able to look at, like, potentially bad reviews, even if something's really high rated. I think that's really strong.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good addition, and I think it makes sense based
Mhm,
off of, what the kind of direction that they're going.
mhm,
It's the type of thing where I think the AI could be useful.
right.
And like I think this is probably a net add to like the key features of the product.
Yeah, I think so too because, I mean, there was a dummy version of that with the dynamic search, right? So it's
Mhm.
just it's just a more advanced version of DSAs.
Yeah, it's probably just better. But yeah, I think the topic that I came up discussion topic for this one was is it going to be more important to have a comprehensive catalog moving forward?
Define comprehensive catalog.
So like when you have so there are like the minimum requirements for a product being in Google.
Mhm,
And like those minimum product like are price, shipping, and like ideally you don't even need this. Like ideally the product name. And ideally like a GTIN, which is a global product identifier, which
yeah.
allows Google to compare prices for the same product across um, different advertisers. But there are other elements that are important. So there's like a does this have what version of Bluetooth does this have? Uh like what version of like this is just for electronics because I know
Right,
electronics. Um like what version of Wi-Fi does this have?
right.
Does this have like active noise canceling as
Mhm.
part of like so there are sections that you can put in that additional information in a catalog.
I think that metadata is, gonna be the difference between, like, good AEO or SEO and not, and I think that without it, I think for the lazier people, putting that information in, I think it's the AI is smart enough to compare it to certain things and be able to produce its own description for it, I would say. But for some reason, I would believe that having user provided metadata, the AI is now not going to change that data to the negative. Whereas if you don't have any of that in and it just puts something in, there's still a 50-50 chance that there's a misdescription, even if it's a positive description and your stuff doesn't have that. And then all of a sudden it gets sold. And then, the snowball rolls downhill. I still think it would probably be important to have that data in there because you only have to do it once. What's the problem?
Yeah, I think like as the AI gets more integrated, if you don't give it the data
Mhm.
that is going to be shown in these, yeah, and that's a great point. It's going to try and come up with the data, and if the data is wrong, that's going to reflect poorly on you.
Yeah.
So you really should like, especially nowadays, and this is gonna be the same thing. Like we talked about, like second topic about like custom GPTs as being
Right.
integrated into ads. If it works for ChatGPT, if it works for OpenAI, Google is going to do it,
Okay. Yeah.
100%,
100%.
right? So, and actually, there is one of the last topics we're going to be on here is that Meta is doing it too. So if you don't have, you need right now, if you're a business owner, I would spend the time to look through what is this AI going to look for in my ads, what is it going to look for in my products, and like make sure that all of your data is correct,
Hmm.
that it looks good, it's properly formatted and everything, because soon enough, these types of descriptions are going to be, I think a lot of times going to be make or break for your particular, your particular company or your particular
Hmm.
product. And if you don't have them, it's going to be guessing, and you don't want to have the AI guessing on what you're selling.
Right.
It's just like it's going to be a thing in the future, and it's already becoming a thing. Most of these that we're showing now are tests. The thing is I see no reason whatsoever that this like particular thing would not be implemented very quickly,
Oh yeah.
because they already have something similar. So like, why wouldn't they?
Hmm.
They just don't have they have an incentive to do it. I'm sure they're going to. So just be on point with it. Uh, I spent, I've had clients. So like David got saddled with the local service ads. I got saddled with the e-commerce clients. Was my thing, and I always got, we weren't doing big e-commerce generally. We were doing quite small e-commerce,
Hmm.
and it was always a struggle to like have these small companies be like, and this was a lot of these were years. Some of them were more recent. I've done like after leaving the agency, but with these small companies, I'm like, can you at least add these particular elements
Right.
to the catalog, because it is going to be
Hmm.
super important, because Google is going to show this. And like a lot of it was like dress sizes.
Hmm.
Like you have to add, you cannot just put it in the title. You need to add the size.
Yeah.
It's like really important. And if you don't have it, it's going to be an issue, because then people if it's for clothing, people click the ads.
Yep.
It doesn't have a proper size. Then they look, does it, do I have, do they have the size that I need? No, they don't. So we clicked for nothing. Like we
Yeah.
paid for that click for no reason.
Yeah,
Because,
I had a similar issue with, birth control pictures.
yeah,
It wasn't lined up, things weren't matching, and it's just such a headache, and it was stuff that could have been handled from the get-go, like, in the beginning, just with a lot of work ahead, and then, the usual thing that happens where, people don't wanna do the heavy lift. We'll patch it up later. We'll get it in post," and then never post happens, and it's like, "Oh, crap."
because it's such, God, it is such a pain exporting in Excel, like our
Mhm.
catalog data on an Excel sheet, and seeing that you have 300 products and
Yep,
half of the like product categories are wrong.
yep,
And it's like, now I got to go in and do this. It's not even part of my contract.
right,
But it's
yep,
like, do you want to be successful running ads? Yes.
yeah,
What's the quality of your catalog? If you don't have it, then it's going to be a problem.
mhm. Yeah, I think every parameter should be added as best as known, and it should all be known if it's your product, right?
Yeah, it should be. So another thing,
Sorry, a quick
go ahead.
question, would the AI fancy stuff up? Like, if that doesn't change the nomenclature of stuff, but, like, let's say you say Bluetooth 5.0, let's say Bluetooth 5.0's name is Crystal. Would it say Bluetooth 5.0 Crystal for you if you didn't add that last part, let's say, and that's like the standard? I wonder if it would spruce stuff up without taking away and being accurate because you've already put the accurate information, but maybe it leads to, maybe there's a, different description that would sell more that it could put in there. I don't know. I wonder if it has that kind of flexibility.
I would honestly assume that it would.
Okay.
Uh, but this is like something, this test in particular is something that Google is doing outside of like advertisers opting into it. Like they're just
Oh, I
doing
see.
it.
Got it.
So Google rarely does, when you like have these big companies, they rarely do things like out of a humanitarian
Right. Benevolent.
benefits,
Yeah.
benevolence.
Yes.
So I would honestly suspect that like they're going to do this, like especially on like paid products,
Hmm.
are going to kind of add some. Have you ever heard of the term corporate puffery before?
Yeah, I have.
Um, for anyone who's watching, if anyone's watching, who doesn't know what that means, it's like saying that Paid Perceptions is the best paid media agency in the world.
Hmm.
Now you
Wait,
can't
that's called the factual statement. But anyways, go ahead.
it's 100% correct. But something being, I did not qualify best.
Yeah.
So if I said something very specific,
Hmm.
like we're number 341 on for the Forbes 500 list, which is,
Mhm,
obviously not true. But that would be like a very specific thing that I'm pointing to.
mhm.
Um, but if I say best, best is subjective.
Yep.
It's a subjective point. Uh,
That's
and
mhm.
therefore it is protected legally against like people trying to enforce uh like saying that you're lying or against
Yeah.
fraud
Well,
because
that's why
it's
every every
subjective.
every every corner has world's best pizza, like,
Yeah.
it is the world's best pizza, of course, it's in Gainesville on 13th Street, like, it has to be the best, right?
Yeah. So it's stuff you can't quantify, like, which I expect the AI to kind of
Mhm.
like say, "Oh, they're the highest rated headphone, blah blah blah."
I
blah,"
can't
and it's
wait.
just like,
I actually wanna see when it's a complete mess, in a good way, when AI is just fighting with AI, like, to be a better advertiser. Like, right now, humans are fighting with humans to be the best advertisers. Soon, when AI agents are fighting each other to try to be the best, like, I can't wait. Like, I swear at some point, they're gonna break down and start making deals with each other and selling stuff to each other. Like, we don't have to do it. We're just gonna sit back because 'cause they're gonna be like, "I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'll give you 10 tokens. I'll give you 10 tokens," and then just, like, start trading, and then we just step out of it, and then it's not the enslavement of humanity, it's the, like, freedom because, like, they just decide, like, we're just gonna sell all the products to each other. Like
yeah, it's just like bots like going through bots and
going to war, essentially. The
have you ever
advertiser
wondered
war.
what's happening on the Google Display Network? That's a big part of it.
Dude, they would if there was any time to use, virtual nuclear weapons, I think the AIs would nuke the display network. I think they would actually use their nukes for that.
It's like, God, you had to have like I genuinely think probably some of the most advanced AI has already been built, and it's just to defraud advertisers on Google.
Yeah, and it's all it could have solved the world hunger, all that stuff and whatever, and it's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hold on. We gotta fix the display network. First things first."
Gotta get that 30 cents, man. It
Amazing.
it's paramount. Um, but yeah, so next topic, I guess, is that this is from Search Engine Land, as they all are. Which is that a so in Europe, this this guy that I will show this man Thomas Exel
Okay.
saw that in PMax they're testing out a this doesn't work super well. They're testing out a household income exclusion.
I thought they were allowed to do that.
What?
I thought they were not allowed to do that. Like on LinkedIn, for example, LinkedIn claims there's a law that precludes from looking at then again, Google always did it. But on LinkedIn, I guess I'm thinking of LinkedIn. On LinkedIn it said maybe it didn't say there was a law, but it literally says because of discrimination or whatever, like you can't like target via household income and
So
stuff.
legally, you are not supposed to you are not supposed to create campaigns that are targeted and like will show you ads based off of protected characteristics.
Right. Okay.
Uh
Feel a loophole
so
coming on here really strong.
now Google like uh Google just kind of does it anyway.
Right. Mhm.
Um they will only restrict you in certain categories.
Right.
So you will be restricted in like healthcare, you'll be
Healthcare.
restricted in
Yeah.
credit, for example, and
Yeah.
that's where they actually do fully apply.
Yeah, real estate.
But you can technically uh it's also like that these are estimated metrics
Mhm.
as to how much it thinks like how much money you make is not a protected category at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
that's true.
So they're kind of able to do it. If you were to do like based off of race, religion, that type of stuff, that
Right.
is you can't do that.
But then again, there's a way that you can, in a way. I guess I had a client, CFO client, uh, whatever they're called, partial CFOs, fractional CFOs.
Fractional, yeah.
Yeah, and then he was like, "No women." I was like, "What?" He's like,
No
"I don't want."
women?
Yeah, he's like, "I don't want my ad showing to women." I'm like, "But women run companies and need like accounting as well." And he's like, "Exclude them all." And so I did, and like we didn't get any leads, but like I did exclude I did exclude all women, and that was totally legal by Google. They're just like, "Fine, okay." And he wanted like only 25 to 54 men only. And then this guy had a lot of restrictions I'm not going to get into right now. Meaning no social proof as well. Like all the clients that he already had, not allowed, don't show their logos. Like every which way you could try to tank an account is like, I swear it was like a test. It was like I thought it was, the old school Ashton Kutcher like punked, like just trying to see how much stuff I could do. But all I know is that there was no women allowed, and I targeted that way. And at first, I remember almost telling him, "Oh, I don't think you could do that," because I just mentally didn't think you could. And then all you do is just click a button. It's like no
Yeah,
more
you
targeting
can.
to women.
That's so
I
dumb.
guess that makes sense with some
Like,
stuff. Like I guess elite. Like I mean, people are whoever they want to be, but like usually a leotard wouldn't be sold to men. Let's say, right?
yeah,
But at the same time, yeah, I guess you can't. Yeah, I guess you can't go in and protect every little category and decide which is which, so they just leave it open, right?
yeah. Man, that's dumb. That what that guy was doing. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh, you have no idea. Yeah,
But
that was,
yeah,
worst account that I've ever worked on is that account, yeah.
there are ways to do everything.
Mhm.
Whether or not it's ethical is
Mhm.
another question. um, and like in some cases, like whether or not it's like technically legal is also
Right,
another thing. But everything that Google does, they very rarely do something directly illegal,
right.
and if they do, they generally get penalized for it. But if you
Oh,
can
wait,
do it in Google,
sorry, just wanted to mention one more thing, and this is just for warning to everybody advertising. Never to do this and never let your client do this unless you in my situation, you're forced and the client does not listen no matter what, and you have to do it. He made us put in ad copy, and he wanted us to pin at least one of the one of the headlines in the ad copy had to say something like $3,000 and above retainer or whatever, meaning like he won't don't even click on the ad if you're not willing to pay 3 grand or more. Bro, no matter, even if you have the best deal in the world, unless you're e-com, you never lead with price. Like show some value or something. Like like just 3K up front. And he's like, "Oh, it'll weed out all the people who can't afford it." Yeah, it'll weed out everybody because until you give value, no one can afford $3,000. Even like a multi-billion-dollar company will not afford $3,000 if you haven't provided some kind of value, some kind of social proof. You're asking just one more thing. You're asking them to take over. You're asking for the right to take over their entire financial system of that company. And you won't, and you have successful companies that you've worked with, and you don't want to show their logo. The company has allowed you to show the logo. That wasn't the problem. You won't show the logo of the company because you don't, quote unquote, I don't want Google to have that data. Bro, first of all, it's on your landing page. And then also wouldn't provide customer lists because, oh, well, I give enough to Google. I don't want Google to have my data. There's paranoid and there's just dumb. Okay. Anyway,
why are you
sorry.
running Google Ads, man?
Well,
Uh,
I guess that's what he realized. He's like, well, why am I running this? And he canceled.
oh my god. I'm gonna present a counterpoint to your argument as to
Okay.
never do that
Okay.
because I've done it and gotten it to work.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Wow.
I I was running this for financial services,
Okay.
and I put as the second headline pinned it
Mhm.
minimum whatever assets managed
Oh, okay. That makes a little
under
more
it.
sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense though.
And I was able to do this because my CPL was already really good.
Right.
Now, it doubled my CPL to do that,
Right.
but for this particular client, that was
Mhm.
worth it.
Right. I think I do understand the assets managed thing a little bit more than retainer thing because assets managed, that actually, if I'm playing to somebody's ego, if let's say I'm trying to get accredited investors, oh, you must be an accredited investor or have $1 million net worth, without your house, let's say. That if somebody puts a restriction like that, that actually is amplifying me. But then when I'm saying, oh, $3,000 or more, that's to amplifying the company. Like that's what's in it for the company instead of the what's in it. Your version is what's in it for me, which is what everything should be in advertising. And it's directed at the person, like minimum assets, blah, 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 blah. Like, and that person's like, well, I have that many assets. Like, oh, I'm awesome. Like it's exclusive. It's creating exclusivity, which is a good thing for very wealthy clients and people, when they're looking for differentiation, it's always exclusivity. With this guy, he's doing it the wrong way, and no matter what we tried to explain the right way, he just did it that way, and I don't think that way works. But it worked in your case, I understand. Yeah,
Yeah, and I mean by worked, I mean doubled the CPL,
right.
uh, but it was within an acceptable range,
Hmm.
which is and CPL isn't everything at the end of the day,
Right.
um, especially like if it results in higher quality leads or more like valuable clients for them,
Good.
then
Good
it is
sign.
worth it.
Hmm.
And but you have to be careful. And part of the reason that did work is because I had already made it work without it.
Mm, mm, mm,
If you have the elements of a successful ad campaign and you say like, okay, this is the offer, it's everything, we have a baseline, the baseline is acceptable, and then you add something to it, then you can say, okay, another thing is I was able to tell them directly, this is the direct impact of what we did,
I see.
right? This is what, by making this choice, this is what you're paying for, and they were okay with that compromise.
Right.
So I was able to communicate with them that it was that it was a decision and a penalty that they were willing to pay.
Got it.
So
Makes sense.
yeah,
Sorry for
it
that
just
aside.
depends.
I was just thinking about that client. I
Yeah,
still have nightmares.
I can imagine. Another thing is that AI Max, as of fairly recently, was only on search.
Yep.
But this is uh, AI Match is coming to AI Max, not Match, is coming to shopping. So this is Arpan Banerjee.
Okay.
This is was noticed by Search Engine Land as well.
Hmm.
But basically, within standard shopping campaigns, there is, and this is a beta, but there is an option now for AI Max for shopping. So, and this is standard shopping, um,
Right.
which and this will work. It does a couple of different things. It will AI match long tail queries because one of the things, if you've run a standard shopping campaign, it operates on what is effectively exact match,
Hmm.
is what it does.
Yeah.
Um, Now, exact match is a lot broader than it once was, but it still isn't going to be like broad match and catch some like really long searches.
Right.
It does automatically generate copy based on the merchant center feed, which is something we mentioned,
Hmm.
back at the. Maybe I should group these topics in a different way in the future. But because this is related at the end of the day, so it automatically generates copy based on merchant center feed,
Hmm.
which is something we talked about earlier, where
Yeah.
like, it is going to be important to have a comprehensive feed because if you
Right.
don't, you're going to miss out on these. It's like auto generating copy for this.
Yes.
So you better have a good feed or else it's not going to know what to go off of.
And Sam, it doesn't matter what order you put it because this is what's called a callback in like, so we're calling back to that. And if they weren't paying attention, now they got to rewind and go listen to the first part that led to this part. So it's all
Yeah, give
good.
us more watch time.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, but yeah, it also has like final URL expansion,
Mm,
which was a dynamic search ad feature, which is also well, it was an original dynamic search ad feature, but it's like it's an AI Max and PMax feature, where basically instead of just using the URLs that you have provided directly, it can expand um, to give you more options. It also allows you to it makes it so that the shopping campaign is actually present in more places. So the traditional shopping campaign will primarily just serve on the shopping feed.
Hmm.
This will create search ads as well, in addition to the shopping ads.
So theoretically, on the SERP, the search engine results page, the sorry, the shopping product ad could be up here in the feed, and then right below it could technically be an ad.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it expands that, and then it also adds like the more performance max type information for campaign level asset optimization and brand exclusions.
Okay.
So it basically adds those features from PMax.
Yeah, I've,
Um,
I've played with AI Max on search. I just didn't. I'm not able to see the different. I wasn't able to see the difference in anything. Like Mangia, it was hard to look for it, but it told me that it was doing certain things. I just didn't have any experience of seeing what it was doing and if it was improving anything. I wasn't able to tell.
Yeah, I think especially as we go along here, like I think the first week maybe we did this show,
Mhm.
we had the a topic that was discussing like that I think 30% of searches are now included, like ads having the AI overviews.
Yeah.
Like as that increases, I think the impact of AI Max is going to be greater.
Mhm.
Um, because like beforehand, if like say it's 1 in 10, then if you turn on AI Max, you're probably not going to notice a whole lot of impact from the AI overviews.
Right,
Um,
right. Mhm.
but if it becomes 50%, then it's probably a much bigger impact on what you kind of expect.
Yeah, it scales.
Um, but and as we go along here, it's going to be a bigger impact. Um, but anyway, the topic I put is how long does standard shopping? How long do you think standard shopping is going to exist?
6 months tops. They'll probably throw in a sunset probably throw in a sunset notification in, like, December, and then, by not even, probably November. No, they usually do stuff right around September, so at the end of September, they'll throw in the sunset clause. By March or April, it'll be dead, and AI will take the AI Max, and it's just AI. It'll be AI shopping or something. It'll take that completely over. Google seems to move pretty fast. The announcements seem to always come in the fall, so we'll wait for that. I guess that's my
Yeah, I think for e-commerce, the thing is the high season. If you if and this is good advice for anything that is there are specific seasonal things where this is not relevant, but in most cases it is relevant.
yeah,
Is if you are running e-commerce campaigns, don't change anything generally during the holiday season.
yeah, mhm,
It's a bad idea
yep,
because your campaigns, you do not want your campaigns to re-optimize during your best period
yep. And
of
people
performance.
move way faster pace from Black Friday to Christmas. Way faster pace. Like search, it seems way more important when product wise. If I am looking for XYZ vacuum, that uh I want by a certain date and it pops up, I'm buying that pretty quickly rather than throughout the year. It's like, here and there. Those The shopping is for a particular purpose and for a specific date and specific time, delivery times, etc. So yeah, I would 100% agree with that. I've personally made that mistake. Not It wasn't the client's fault. This was my fault. I've made mistakes of changing certain things during the holidays that ill-advised, just because of I put something in learning mode for a whole month, during the holiday season, and we're talking, like, key holiday season, like, November to December, and e-commerce essentially, so, not a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a big. I
Mhm,
mean, if you're spending a massive amount of money and you can optimize quickly, then maybe okay. But
alright.
really, it's still like this is going to be. I would I would honestly expect them to I think they're gonna release something, like, called Shopping Max or,
Yeah.
like, E-commerce Max or something
Mhm.
that is a feed-based because they're removing the ability to just use a standard feed only on PMax, which was an option.
Right.
Um, I would expect them to have an e-commerce based Performance Max equivalent
Mhm.
and basically have that just operating off of a feed.
Yeah, they're
I
still
think
gonna go they're gonna go with the buzzword AI still. It'll be AI shopping.
yeah, or AI is shopping, some
They have
e-commerce
to.
AI Max or something. It'll be
Yeah.
some AI thing, but I think it's generally going to because they got rid of smart shopping, they replaced that with PMax, but then,
Mhm.
they replaced they took out the catalog only PMax, which was a direct replacement for smart shopping.
Mhm.
So and then they're adding this AI Max thing to regular shopping, so that Google will they move things around,
Right.
and when they move things around, it's like they're thinking of sunsetting a particular product.
Yeah.
Um, and you could see that with them, which is related to our next topic as well, but, um, they first added the display network to demand gen
Yeah.
and then announced that they were sunsetting display.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Interesting.
Um, so display is going to go away.
But you just said they're adding it to demand gen, so is that
Yeah,
like a
it's on
back
demand gen.
so it's like a backwards way of just having display again. It's just
It's consolidating.
Well, then again, demand gen campaigns, as I mentioned last episode, you know, I never had the chance to really get into them, but there was some good feedback. There was good numbers that I saw when I was doing research on demand gen, but demand gen with display fully added to it, I don't know.
Well, it's a first thing is it's a toggle, so you can
Okay,
choose to have it there or not,
yeah,
which I think
because
I
the
is a big thing.
mhm,
The the second now that's a positive I consider, like, is an option which is good. The negative is that you can't do the same level of, display exclusions on demand gen currently that you can on standard display.
right. Not that they work anyway,
So
but demand gen is good for video, I would believe, more than it is for on Google anyway, more than static display. Let's say,
yeah, I think it was like if you want to use uh there used to be like conversion optimized is it gone? I think it might be gone, like conversion optimized video campaigns. But that's what demand gen basically took that.
yeah,
And I think it does a better job generally
right,
than um those types of campaigns did in the past.
right,
Um but yeah, I would expect standard shopping to just generally it's probably gonna go away
right.
relatively soon.
Hmm.
Maybe in a year or two. But
Display gone. I can't celebrate yet on display gone because I don't believe it yet.
yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, it's never fully going away because it's on Performance Max and now it's
Right,
on Demand Gen, so it's going to
exactly.
be there.
It's a cash cow.
It is, it is, but man, ridiculous.
That's genius, actually. It's evil genius, but it's genius.
It's smart, but also incredibly painful.
Yeah.
But of course, like there have always been more options for people who use like Display 360.
Mhm.
So if you have a lot of money, you can use that and not waste your money.
Couldn't somebody make the ultimate script that was dynamic, that just continuously I mean, dude, it was 2026. Couldn't we have a script that continuously just, like, rips apart endings, not the sites themselves, but endings of sites, like, instead of you get rid of all the XYZs or the .rus or the whatevers and not just, leave the .coms, I guess, even though there's a million of there's countless fraudulent .coms as well, but, like, just get rid of almost every, suffix? I wonder.
I had a script, so I I downloaded the script from someone else. I don't remember the name,
Right.
but what it did is it looked for keywords in the URL of the
Yeah.
partner, and then
Yeah.
excluded from a specific campaign any that matched a certain like keyword.
Yeah, I did
So
something like
like
that
ex
too. I got something from Reddit. It was like Reddit, but let the GitHub, and then I just downloaded the script,
yeah,
and it helped, but yeah.
and I modified it to do 2 things. One,
Mhm,
I had it add, exclusions to a, like an account level, uh, placement exclusion list
mhm,
so that, it wasn't just one campaign, it was across everything.
right.
And the second thing I did is I added a whitelist to it.
Oh,
Do
right.
you know what a whitelist is?
Yeah, like, so the sites that maybe has the criteria to exclude, but, don't exclude it because it has a separate set of criteria to not exclude. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, like, actually a good website, but it had,
Yeah.
like, a name, like, game in it
Yeah.
that made it, get
Part of the
filtered
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But it worked okay. But at the end of the day, display display can work, but you need to like have a conversion that's not easily faked.
Hmm.
Is the big deal.
Or a
That's how you have to
supercomputer.
do it. Yeah.
One or the other.
So on the topic of, and this is from Search Engine Land as well.
Mhm,
So for demand gen campaigns,
mhm,
they are adding data feeds, um, which means for travel, real estate, and automotive,
mhm.
which are based on data feeds, you can now use them in demand gen campaigns, whereas you couldn't previously.
Interesting.
They're only enabled for the display network through demand gen.
Wait, so we're back to display, essentially?
Yes. Well, yeah. Effectively, what this feature is something a feature that they had on display, but
Mhm.
since they're getting rid of display, they added it to demand
Oh,
gen.
now it's the demand. So it's the same thing. Okay, I get it.
It's the same. It's literally the same thing,
Interesting.
and it doesn't even currently add like any additional network. So like I think it would be cool for you to be able to use these like for travel real estate
Mhm.
automotive on like YouTube, for example.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, some of the display stuff is on YouTube. But yeah, it's only for the display network for now. Will that change? Yeah, there's a good chance of it changing. Honestly, in the future. But for now, anyway, that's kind of the deal for it. Um, yeah, there's not much else on that one because it's pretty straightforward,
Yeah.
honestly. Um, Google has next topic from Search Engine Land is Google has rolled out these things called video campaign groups.
Hmm.
So video campaign groups allow you to, and you could kind of do this. So campaign groups have existed, and you could have shared bid strategies, shared budgets, and everything.
Yeah.
The difference with these ones is these campaign groups allow you to manage reach and frequency across multiple video campaigns.
Okay.
So instead of like having, you had like one campaign with a frequency cap of 4, and then another campaign with frequency cap of 4, and they wouldn't work together. Now, like all of your campaigns can share that data with each other.
Right, and
And
in a way that would be well, I was gonna say a way to structure kind of like what I was talking about that LinkedIn had got rid of, you know, sending a certain messaging to a certain audience, and to that same audience, advanced messaging, same audience, advanced messaging. I guess that wouldn't work with these campaign groups per se, but at least you could set up the frequency to where, in total, like let's say you wanted 10 views between all the three different commercials that you or different ads that you had, then it's 10 views. So they kind of share like 333. And so you do get the messaging across in the manner sort of that you want, maybe not in the order that you want necessarily, but a little bit more granular control over that, maybe.
yeah, the idea is that, if you run, 3 different campaigns
Mhm.
for and this is for video views and unique reach. That's
Right.
what this is relevant for.
Hmm.
Uh, that if you're trying to get unique reach, right? And you have 6 video campaigns,
Mhm.
and they all 6 of them serve to the same person.
Ooh.
Well, then, like, is that a good way of generating unique reach?
No, you got 1 out
No,
of 1, yeah.
it's not, because you only want one of them
Mhm.
to serve to one person, because that's not unique reach. That's unique per campaign, not per account.
Right.
So this allows you to like just it allows you better control over like everything for video views.
Mhm.
Like as a kind of like a holistic kind of view. So I think it's useful for that. It is yeah, it's good to keep your frequency in check and everything. But it also gives you like unified reporting for unique reach, average weekly impressions, and reach and frequency across the entire campaign group.
You know,
So
since this entire episode, I'm noticing a trend of it's a bit of the opposite of what I thought was going to happen. You know, um, advertisers, it seemed before, were getting boxed out of marketing and everything being like one click for the user, for like the owner of the business or whatever. But it seems with all these features that I keep hearing about, a lot of this stuff takes a lot of manual management, even though it's AI based. So what I'm actually noticing is the trend is a little different. The trend is everything is going to a simplified, more AI controlled manner, but there needs to be, somebody at the helm, people at the helm that really understand which levers to pull and how to pull them, for best results. So essentially it's just going back in a circle, and marketing is important again. Even though temporarily there was a 6-month period where everybody thought everybody's getting fired, AI is taking over completely everything, all the platforms are just going to make it one touch. And I think the platforms are realizing, oh crap, we can't make it. They want to. Oh, believe me, they want to. Google would rather have, if a person's paying, $10,000 a month, and then they're also paying an agency $5,000 a month. Google would rather take the 15,000, right, and like cut out the agency. But now they're realizing, crap, we can put out all this stuff and make way more money with support and help if we beta out all this cool stuff to the advertisers, which I mentioned in, I think, episode 1, that this is our chance to, because they're asking for a lot of feedback. I'm getting surveys all the time. They're paying me, man. I got paid like for a couple $100 for doing these survey on ad platforms, and which, thank God, I need that right now. Anyway, so in all these surveys and stuff, they're generally just asking like how you're using things and what is beneficial and what you see beneficial, etc. And for one time ever in advertising, I think at least the Googles of the world, I think they're listening. So I think we might see some cool features that help us, even though it might be janky to use at first. But I think they're leaning back to advertiser based more than the whole one click user thing, because I think that project kind of failed. Yeah.
I think that they went like they launched these fully AI based
Hmm.
like performance max and everything, you know, these AI based campaign types and everything to see how far they could take it.
Right.
To see if advertisers would use it,
Hmm.
uh, would switch to it from traditional campaigns if they had no control.
Right.
And when those advertisers tried it out and then eventually switched back, which largely happened at like when PMax was new, it was pretty
Hmm.
trash.
Hmm.
Uh, and yeah, they switched back. So they're like, okay, well, this obviously isn't good enough right now. It's not that they
Right.
didn't want to do it; it's
Hmm.
that it wasn't good enough. So they're adding in controls, and trust me, as soon as people make the switch over to what their target is, they're going to stop adding controls.
I see what
They're
you mean.
only adding controls until people get comfortable using it and they
Hmm.
are somewhat assured that it is effective.
Right.
Uh, and they've continued now, like all of these have been great for us. They've been continuing to add and they're making them better,
Hmm.
these these campaigns, and they will probably continue to do so for a while. Because truly not everything is not everything is easy to just like completely replace a person.
No, most
Uh
things.
yeah. So like digital marketing is certainly not dead. And there's
Mhm,
also been like there have been AI reactions
mhm,
from people who are tired of seeing. I mean, even Google themselves, like YouTube, for example, right?
mhm,
Massive, platform, both like from organic and a paid perspective, has mass demonetized channels that rely exclusively on AI
mhm.
for their content.
Yep.
And they've done that because there were and are people who who just like put in, this AI to get uh any random topic. They do an AI voiceover, they do an AI
Oh, yeah.
video, and it's like, and they churn out tons and tons and tons of videos and all of
Yeah.
these content, and people's feeds get filled up with them.
Yeah, I see this, just to cut you off for a quick second, I see this one thing, I'm always looking at Bitcoin and all this stuff, and I see this one Bitcoin feed where the guy, he takes he takes 15 seconds of someone talking about something, and then the AI expands on says the exact same thing, but it's an AI expanding on that exact same thing for like 15 minutes, and then another 10 seconds. So using real content, and then the computer is turning that content into just AI content. And after a while, like after the first thing, I like, it caught me off guard at first. I thought I was really watching a real podcast or something. And I'm like, wait a second, this is literally just regurgitated data with an AI agent doing 100% of the work. No one's even reading this. Like, no one's even writing this. It's all being pulled, extrapolated, uh, read, and then spoken out by a machine. This isn't what I want on YouTube at all. The whole point of being on YouTube and stuff is human connection, and no matter what, people crave that, which is why this AI stuff is probably like getting highly demonetized, as you mentioned. It's not good for business.
No, it's not. People get tired of it and they're like, "Okay, I don't want to be on YouTube anymore
Yeah,
because all I see is this." And most people on YouTube do not use like I'm on YouTube quite a bit. I use only my subscription feed
right, yeah,
generally.
yeah.
Most people don't do that.
Hmm.
Most people go to the homepage and see what
Homepage,
they get
yeah,
recommended.
right.
So if all your recommendations are AI garbage, then
Hmm.
people are just going to stop watching.
Yeah,
And so they've cut down on that. It's not ready yet for the AI is not ready for a lot of AI in like that especially in that creative context is not ready for the big leagues.
yeah.
It just isn't.
Nope.
But yeah, so anyway, Google set an optimal weekly frequency for increasing your performance. What do you think that frequency is?
7.
2.7 a week.
Wait. Hold on. 2.7, just like one ad, like 2.7 of one ad.
Yeah, just like as far as like seeing ads from an advertiser,
Mhm.
they think that based on their data, the best performance you can get is by showing someone an ad about 3 times a week.
I don't know why that seems low to me for some reason. Like,
It does seem low to me as well.
just from my ad experience, it just seems low to me because all the ads that I'm not going to do this time that I sing and stuff from TV, um, that's all because I'm seeing them like, you know 3 to 4 times an hour. You know what I mean? Like, let alone internet's different, I guess. And I don't have ads on like YouTube and stuff like that because pay for premium. But I would say the more I saw an ad, even if it was annoying, um, it would work better. Like if I was watching YouTube and then I keep getting interfered by the same ad, that will stick in my head a lot more than an ad that I see only 3 times a week. That's interesting. Interesting numbers, but I mean, I'm sure they're getting it from somewhere. It's just an interesting number.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of interesting, and I think that, overall, my usual go-to is 4,
Right.
is, like, where I keep my max at for the most
Mhm.
part.
A week?
But, yeah, this is like a that optimal frequency of 2.7 impressions, according to Google, gave a 19% increase in ROI.
That's funny. I'm like a 7 to 9 guy because I believe LinkedIn data. So interesting.
Maybe it's just different, like,
Mhm.
on YouTube first. I mean, it could be like Google's channels, like on YouTube
Right.
specifically versus something on LinkedIn.
Yeah, because LinkedIn, I
And
remember off by heart, it said 7 to 9 touches gives a 51% increase in conversion rate. So,
yeah, well, keep in mind too, though, that LinkedIn heavily controls frequency
mm-hmm,
already
hmm,
on their own platform. I don't think Google does it as much,
right,
which is why they're giving you an option. Like, I can see the same ads over and over and over and over and over again on Google, but on LinkedIn, I will get some of the same ads, but not nearly as many.
right.
Um, so it's just kind of an interesting thing.
Interesting.
But next topic is so from search engine land, of course, is Google is rolling out in-account certification applications. So this is so the beta for this is it will allow you to submit an application requesting the ability to use copyrighted content in your ads. So if you and I've done this before, if you wanted to run, say you have an offer that's a Gartner report,
Oh, okay.
right? The word Gartner is a trademarked term.
It is.
However, when you are present in a Gartner report, you get permission to use the word Gartner under certain circumstances. You have to put like the TM.
Hmm.
When I did it last, you had to put the TM on there.
Right,
Um, but you get the option to do that, and you have to basically submit an application to them and prove that you have permission to do it
right.
in order to fully serve on those. Um, so that previously was a whole separate process. That was in the Google Help Center. Like it was its own thing.
Hmm.
So now you can do it within the interface. It looks like this. It looks like that.
Right. Well, do
So
you know why, right? Because there's no help center anymore. I mean, there is, but there isn't. There's nobody working there, and there's not even AI agents in there. Now the AI agents are going to be reviewing your. Now it's literally just the AI agents reviewing your copyright thing, and then with because AI right now will burn you. Like let's say on an LLM, it's so weird. I'll upload whatever a 5 page essay that I wrote, and then I'm like, "Hey, can you summarize XYZ for me?" And it's like, It's like, "This is copyrighted material." I'm like, "Yeah, the author is David Dasilma." Like, that's me. And it's like, well, it's a lot of material. I can't really." And it's like, you have to fight it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, "Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll do it." And then it's like, so if that's happening here, I'm guessing there's something that they probably were automating, there, and they were having a problem, and they decided, well, why have humans review this stuff? Let's just set up an AI instance, and then it'll review it right in platform, and then which I think is going to be hit or miss. Just, I mean, this is a small factor. This doesn't happen very often, the Gartner stuff or whatnot, but for some industries it does. But I think really it's just a cost savings thing, so that they don't have to have humans like reviewing every single help ticket, and then there's an automated AI process, and pretty sure whatever you submit will just get approved. My guess is though that you'll have to resubmit for the same things over and over again over time. Like that's just a guess. you know, like
yeah,
just like when they exclude you for like health, you're like healthcare purposes, you're excluded or you're sorry, flagged for healthcare or something, and just because you have the word, let's say maybe fitness, but it's like literally a Fitbit or something, and then you get banned or flagged or whatever, and then you fix it, and then the next time it crawls it finds it again, and then you have to do the same thing over again. I'm guessing this is going to be the same rigmarole, song and dance that's going to happen. You're not going to just do a sheet one time and it's just going to forever let you trademark that name or whatever. Use the
yeah,
trademark
it's
name.
always been somewhat sketch.
Mhm.
Like I we had these videos that we had we had music in them, and then we had a license for that music.
Yeah.
We submitted the license for the music, like, a week in advance and
Mm,
still
mhm.
got a copyright strike on it, and it's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
didn't we already prove to you that we own this, that we have a license for this?
Right.
And then we couldn't use it for advertise such a pain.
Yep. No, I
If
know
you're
that.
gonna run ads, piece of advice, just don't use copyrighted music at all. Don't
Yeah.
bother.
Yeah.
It's just, like, it's not worth it.
Mhm.
And unless you're a big advertiser and everything, you're probably not gonna get, like, by big, I mean, like, 750K a month type big. Uh,
Or like multi-million Windows 95 Start Me Up by the Rolling Stones. That was a huge campaign.
yeah, you have to just be massive for them to give you a real human being,
Mhm.
even, well, especially one that works at Google, that's even higher.
Right.
And it's not just like a subsidiary to actually help you out. But
Right.
yeah, it's always a mess. I guess, like, this simplifies the process a little bit. Like, does it make it better? Probably not.
Are we allowed to show the Start Me Up dance from Microsoft? Have you seen
I don't even know
have
what
you
that is.
have you seen 'cause in '95, they came out Start Me Up from the Rolling Stones was the was the theme song for Windows 95. I remember it was yesterday because Windows 95 was literally the biggest thing that had ever happened in the history of and then Steve Wozniak or whoever, all the Microsoft guys, Bill Gates and all them are like going crazy on stage, like just riffing it, like going at the those internal conferences where they release a product. Oh
Yeah,
my god, the dancing, the moves. I tell my friend like I think it's like once every 6 months I have to watch that video. It's so good. Do you see it?
I'm looking at it now. Yeah,
It's the greatest. You should hear it with sound. I know we're on the podcast right now, but like you gotta watch that on your like start
yeah.
me up.
I'll watch it with the sound later because they'll definitely get us.
Oh yeah, they go heavy though. Like it's not Steve Wozniak, that was Apple. Who was the Paul Allen? Whoever was he's a bigger guy, is Bill Gates' main compadre. He's just going hard. But anyway.
Is that the developers guy? You remember that one?
No. No, I don't. That's funny.
It's another, like, meme thing.
Anyway, yeah, no, yeah, no, licensing music like that, uh, you know you just make people offers they can't refuse, and then that's a big deal. But when it comes to like small stuff, I just know from experience myself, trying to run it's kind of funny trying to run little ads I was trying to run for someone doing like fitness over 40 type women type thing. So I was running ads for her, and then I literally used completely royalty free music. Like we're talking, you can go on Spotify right now, you can type in royalty free music, and literally the people just want their music out there. There's no royalty, there's nothing involved, and still you get flagged because the YouTube recognized the music somewhere. It says copyright, and it's like, well, hold on, yeah, but I guess if there was an easier process now to just like, because I wasn't going to go through the help and all that stuff. If there's a process to just literally send the thing, but what do you send? In certain cases, because you didn't actually. It's not like I went to like ASCAP or whatever, like a publishing house, and got permission, which I've done in the past. I've actually gotten permission to use certain samples and stuff directly from the publisher, and you just pay a fee, like especially if you're small time, you maybe pay a fee of like 150 bucks, and you get to use it in your commercial or whatever or whatnot, and you just pay a small fee. And so straight from the publisher's house, you get a letter, you get everything. But in a lot of cases, for royalty free, you're not even getting that stuff, because there's no reason to get it, and that person doesn't even have a publisher because they just want their music out there. They don't have a Sony Music Publishing, they don't have a BMG, they don't have a BMI, they don't have, now we can do a whole episode on how music and sound publishing works, but we'll leave it at that because I'm very versed. uh,
Yeah, and at any time, someone can, say this music is royalty free, and then
yeah,
2 years later, they could get it licensed.
exactly. Yep. Yeah, that's a good bait and switch trap, actually. That's the way to get TikTok, all the TikTok videos. The music will go completely viral on TikTok, and then the person just licenses it. because TikTok is the where the music thing is the biggest deal, because artists break because of TikTok ads. TikTok ads, advertisers pay attention to this for the music thing. TikTok ads suddenly turn into TikTok trends, organic trends turn that person's music, viral. That person suddenly becomes number one on Spotify, who was unknown like before. So I mean, these are rare fringe cases, but at the same time, music could be valuable. I think on something like TikTok where it's designed for that, but everywhere else, I'd say pass. you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
So last two topics aren't necessarily paid media related, but so we can just kind of go through them quickly. But I thought they were relevant to kind of
yeah.
mention. Um, one thing is, and it's from Search Engine Land, which is Meta, and we talked about this like a little earlier,
Hmm.
um, which is Meta Business Agents. So this is Meta's. We talked about ChatGPT coming up with like agent
Mm,
based ads.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
This is Meta's kind of response to that.
Right.
So these aren't at the current state. These are not ads necessarily. Um, what they are though is it gives you preferential search. Uh, like it'll preferentially show you on search. So it will increase your having like these AI agents that you build yourself uh, for Meta's properties will give you preferential search placement.
Meta has when you say preferential search placement, um, do you mean on Google search?
No, I mean on Meta's properties.
Okay, so they do have something like this already. I feel because, like, okay, for example, when I want to, I mean, there was a guy that he engraves weapons, and I tried to send him a message, and then all of a sudden I got a message, basically a conversation ad essentially, but like it was a bot that was teaching, that was like trying to schedule with me, so it was like more live. But this is quite some time ago, before, I guess, before the big AI craze, but not quite. Like, so maybe around November, December last year, and it is talking to me like the whole. We're having an interaction. Yeah, we had a whole interaction, and I was able to schedule something, and that was all through. That was actually at the time Facebook, and they were just using their Facebook business page, and it kind of took me through that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is sort of similar, but like kind of an advancement of that, where it is specifically its own AI agent instead of just
Mm,
like a tool.
right.
Um, but yeah, it can. I think yeah. So the custom AI agent can answer support tickets, qualify leads,
Okay.
check real time inventory, and guide users through checkout.
Ooh, inventory would be good, real time.
Yeah, it gives you access to it's called enhanced discovery features for the WhatsApp search bar is what it mentioned.
Mm,
Um, but it can be used like to give order notifications, send personalized promotions, and also provide a live product feed
interesting.
for these. Um,
It's funny. I've never
so
used WhatsApp outside of the function of chatting or calling a person. Like, I haven't used like the general, like, oh, well, I'm just searching for XYZ on WhatsApp. It's just not really a platform that I would choose for that. But I'm sure the people that do use it, they kind of have sort of market dominance, because I'm guessing not a huge amount of people use it